Sukava, are you there?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
If you talk, we can.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please welcome to His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily call. Guru Maharaj just joined to us. So, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today, Maharaj is going to enlighten us on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 2, and verse 19. I will share my screen now. Is it visible, Maharaj?
Yeah, increase the size of the font a little.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it better?
That's better.
Okay.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Itam munastupamar Vijnanadrigvirya Sura Ditatsaya Swaparsni Napidya Gudam Tatonilam Staneshu Sansunamayej Jita Klamaha. Translation: by the strength of scientific knowledge, one should be well situated in the absolute realization and thus be able to extinguish all material desires. One should then give up the material body by blocking the air hole through which stool is evacuated with the heel of one's foot and by lifting the life air from one place to another in the 6 primary places. Purport: there are many Duratmas who claim to have realized themselves as Brahman and yet are unable to conquer material desires. In the Bhagavad Gita 1854, it's clearly explained that an absolutely self-realized soul becomes completely aloof from all material desires. Material desires are based on the false ego of the living being and are exhibited by his childish and useless activities to conquer the laws of material nature and by his desire to lord it over the resources of the 5 elements. With such a mentality, one is led to believe in the strength of material science, with the discovery of atomic energy and space travel by mechanical means, and by such tiny advancements in material science, the false egoist tries to challenge even the strength of the Supreme Lord, who can finish all man's tiny endeavors in less than a second. The well-situated self, or Brahman's realized soul, perfectly understands that the Supreme Brahman, or the personality of Godhead, is the all-powerful Vasudeva, and that he, the self-realized living being, is part and parcel of the Supreme Whole. As such, his constitutional position is to cooperate with him in all respects in the transcendental relationship of the server, the served, and the servitor. Such a self-realized soul ceases to exhibit his useless activities of attempting to lord it over material nature. By scientifically well-informed, he fully engages himself in the faithful devotion of the Lord. The expert yogi who has thoroughly practiced the control of the life air by the prescribed method of the yoga system is advised to quit the body as follows. He should plug up the evacuating hole with the heel of the foot and then progressively move the life air on and on to 6 places: navel, abdomen, heart, chest, palate, eyebrows, and cerebral pit. Controlling the life air by the prescribed yoga process is mechanical, and by the practice is more or less a physical endeavor for spiritual perfection. In olden days, such practice was very common for the transcendentalists, where the mode of life and character in those days were favorable. But in the modern days, when the influence of Kali Yuga is so disturbing, practically everyone is untrained in this art of bodily exercise. Concentration of the mind is more easily attained in these days by the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Results are more effective than those derived from the inner exercise of the life air. Om Gyan Timidandasya Gyanajana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya Dein Satarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Pebacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this verse, it describes the yoga system, blocking the hole in the base of the spine with the foot, and then gradually moving the life air through the different levels until it gets to the cerebral pit. At that point, with full control of the life air, the yogi can project himself in towards the destination he is trying to achieve. Now, this is the yoga process. It's a bona fide process, as Prabhupada says. In olden days, this was commonly practiced more. And it's mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna mentions this in the 6th chapter when he describes the yoga system. But there is many other requirements that are not mentioned here in order to perfect this system. And a slight misapplication of any of the parts of the process will nullify the whole effect. One has to be quite expert in controlling the life air, directing it, and keeping the mind focused on the goal. In this age, because as Prabhupada says, the Kali Yuga has changed the atmosphere. People are not inclined to such austerities. And even if they try it, they can't succeed. There are very few yogis. There are yogis who can do this even today, but they don't live in the cities, that's for sure. They live in the Himalayas or in remote spiritual places where their whole day is focused on this practice. And Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 12th chapter, that it's a very difficult process, and perfection in this system is very difficult to attain. And so it's not recommended in this age. That's why the Lord has given us the Yuga Dharma in this age, which is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Golokira Premadana Harinam Sankirtan Ratin Jan Milo Kani Upai. If one carefully and systematically practices the process of bhakti as enunciated by the spiritual master and highlights that practice with the chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of the practice, then one can achieve even a greater goal than the yogis. That means one can elevate themselves back to the spiritual world through the process, because the whole process is about purifying the heart from material desires. As long as material desires are still situated in the heart, it becomes impossible to achieve the ultimate goal. Therefore, the process of bhakti yoga is to perform those activities which eliminate or purify the heart and mind and elevate the consciousness to the spiritual realm, and very carefully and systematically become free from the desire to control the material energy. So material desire is described in a very simplified way: the desire to control material energy and the desire to enjoy by such efforts of control. And you see, it goes on every day. People want to control because in that control atmosphere, or that in control endeavor, they can eke out or try to eke out a type of happiness that comes from that arrangement they make. And so you go around the world, you see everyone is doing the same thing. They're endeavoring in certain ways to control the material energy by their efforts. Although they can't control it, they can make a little effort to control a little section of it, which is within their range of purview, which is in their range of activities. So, someone wants to control the family, one wants to control the one's occupational, one wants to control a government, one wants to control a country. So there's different types or levels of endeavors to control, and with a desire to bring about a certain results which will bring happiness and success to that efforts. And so when the living entity gets tired of trying to control and realizes that Krishna is the ultimate principle of control, if I situate myself under his powerful control, then he will control the material energy in such a way that I can be free from the effects of the material energy. One doesn't have to endeavor separately to get rid of material desires. One has to simply engage in devotional service. And by pleasing Krishna in devotional service, one can purify their heart, and Krishna personally elevates that person to higher and higher levels of spiritual realization until they reach perfection. The chanting of the holy name is the recommended means in this age. Kalir Doshanidhi Rajan Asti Eko Mahagun Kirtana Eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangam Panambajet. That there are many obstacles in this age. Kali Yuga is a very dark and dangerous age. And by by the endeavors of the materialists, it is going even deeper into that direction, becoming more dangerous, more darker, and more difficult just to maintain oneself in the day-to-day life. And this will only increase. Even the basic necessities of life will no longer be available as Kali Yuga progresses. The scriptures say governments will harass people so much that they will leave their hearth and home and go into the forest in order to become free from government taxation, harassment, and oppression. There will be a shortage of foodstuffs, especially rice, wheat, sugar, and milk will hardly be available as Kali Yuga progresses more and more. So it's not a very easy age to live in. And because of the progress of Kali Yuga, people will be harassed in so many ways. So the Lord, knowing the effects of Kali Yuga upon the living entity and their deficiency in executing spiritual life, has made the process easy. We are not qualified to perform the activities that were done in previous ages for self-realization, because the climate of the age is completely degraded and people's ability has also become less. Sumanda mantya matayo manya bhaga upatutiya alpraya prayeso yabda alprayesha sabda kalo yuge jismin janaha manda sumanda matayo manya bhagya upadritaha. In this iron age of Kali, people are misguided, lazy, unlucky, and always disturbed. This is the character description of the living entities in this age. And therefore, deficiencies that come with the age are so strong that even to chant Hare Krishna becomes difficult. That's how bad this age is. But if we practice this chanting and never become discouraged by our results and always endeavor to improve the quality of our chanting through hearing about the glories of the holy name and through carefully chanting the holy name of the Lord. There's a nice verse in the Nectar of Instructions. Maybe you can turn to that, Sukavaha. Nectar of Instructions,
Okay.
verse number 7 in the Nectar of Instructions. When people ask me, I'm struggling to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, can you give me some advice on how I can improve it? Verse number 7. There it is. So that is Shad Krishna Nama Charitari Sita Avidya Pito Pataptam Rasanasyana Rochikanu Kintwadaram Anudinam Kalo Shaiva Justa Swadvi Kramad Bhavati Tad Gada Mula Hantri. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by jaundice of ignorance cannot taste anything sweet. So what that means is because of our attachment to material life, we can't taste the sweetness of the holy name. It's wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed by the root. At the holy name of Krishna, his qualities, pastimes, and so forth are all of the nature of the absolute truth, beauty, and bliss. Naturally, they are very sweet, like sugar candy, which appeals to everyone. Nescience, however, is compared to the disease of jaundice, which causes a bilious secretion. Attacked by jaundice, the tongue of a diseased person cannot palatably relish sugar candy. Rather, a person with jaundice considers something sweet to taste very bitter. So the holy name is sweet because it's Krishna. And Krishna is the sweetest of the sweet. And even though we're chanting the holy name, we're coming in contact with Krishna through his holy name, we can't taste that sweetness. Avidya, ignorance, simply perverts the ability to relish the transcendental palatable name, quality, form, and pastimes of Krishna. Despite this disease, if one would, here we go, if one with great care and attention takes to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy name and hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes, his ignorance will be destroyed and his tongue enabled to taste the sweetness of the transcendental nature of Krishna's paraphernalia. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by the regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. So we'll stop there. So here's a little bit of an indication. Carefully applying our attention and in a very regular way to hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, then gradually that ignorance, which is covering the natural sweetness of Krishna's holy name, will start to dissipate, and one will gradually start tasting the sweetness of Krishna's holy name. It is like the rising of the sun in the morning time. When the sun starts to arise, it shows light over the horizon, but one cannot see the sun because the sun is still below the horizon, obviously. But that light is an indication that that the sun will appear in its full form. So gradually, if we practice chanting, carefully chanting the holy names of the Lord, not being in a hurry to chant the holy names, chant with great attention, carefully pronouncing each of the syllables of the holy name with attention, and focusing completely on the process, gradually, that holy name will start to reveal itself more and more as the living entity's disease of ignorance becomes less and less. Well, the process is there, but we have to apply ourselves. Although the holy name is so easily available, it requires a particular protocol by which we have to follow in order to get or extract that sweetness of the holy name, which is available. It's Krishna. Krishna is full in all qualities. Everything about Krishna is desirable, sweet. Even Krishna is amazed by his own qualities. When he glorifies Srimati Radharani, he talks about how much she's attracted to him and what is the nature of her attraction to him and what is about him that makes him so attractive. He contemplates his own good qualities and he can't even figure out how wonderful he is. He does when he becomes Lord Chaitanya, then he tastes that sweetness through Srimati Radharani, where he adopts her mood and her color. That's why he's called Gauranga. Gaura means golden, and Anga means limbs. And she is Gaurangi. She is golden also in limbs. So the internal mood of Lord Chaitanya is to taste his own sweetness through Radharani's love for himself. And he is amazed. If you read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the 4th chapter of Adi Leela, towards the end of the chapter, Krishna is amazed by his own good qualities. And he can't figure out how wonderful he is. Sometimes we think about that, or we think, I'm so wonderful, I can't even figure out how wonderful I am. But we can't do that because we're not Krishna and we don't have those qualities. But in the material world, people will somehow try anything to, express their inability to understand things. But Krishna is so sweet and so wonderful that it's beyond description. It's beyond even imagination. So therefore, that's available in the chanting of the holy name. But we have to carefully, with great attention, not being trying to finish our prescribed number of rounds. Put that in the last part of your back of the mind and forget about it. Just try to chant and hear nicely. Allow yourself the time needed to do that. And don't think of anything else. Gradually, you practice every day, and you will see an amazing transformation in your consciousness, which you'll be amazed to experience. Because when you just start to taste even a small portion of that unlimited sweetness, you can sing, you can dance, your heart becomes joyful, your mind becomes free from all anxiety. And now I understood what Krishna consciousness is about. It's available, but it's Gupta. It's hidden, but it's not hidden. It's not hidden because it's available, but it's hidden because of the material attachments that we have in this world. So when we gradually cut through those attachments through this careful chanting of the holy name, then we experience the pleasure of those great souls who are on the highest platform of transcendental knowledge. So we have to practice chanting. Today is at least Ekadasi here. I'm in India. I think it's also Ekadasi in Europe also. I'm not sure about America, but today we are chanting more and more and more. Mm-hmm. And we're finding great happiness in chanting. And in different stages of our chanting, we're thinking, what is the use of doing anything else? This is all I want to do. Let me just keep chanting. It's so nice. Even if we're not tasting the ultimate sweetness, we're getting a partial drop of that pure energy simply by our sincere endeavor to hear and chant nicely. And with our busy life, we have to make arrangements to do this. Otherwise, we will miss the opportunity of transcendental life, and we'll have to take birth again simply to try again where we left off in this life. We don't want to waste time, take another birth and go through it again. It's available now. It's available in this life by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's especially merciful. Namo Mahavandanaya, Krishna Prema Padayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gauda Tristena Maha. He is magnanimous, merciful, compassionate in all sense, and he's inclined to give his mercy to anyone and everyone who makes a little effort in that direction. So don't be lazy. Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada talks about laziness as one of the diseases of material life. Even from the materialist, the perspective of the materialists, they consider laziness to be the worst thing possible, because the materialists, they're not lazy. They're working hard for their sense gratification. And when they see someone who is not working hard for their sense gratification, they despise that person or find fault in so many different ways. So laziness is one of the worst qualities that one can adopt. It says that one should get angry at oneself when they see themselves being lazy in spiritual life. And laziness is overcome by good association, chanting with the devotees, serving with the devotees, practicing Krishna consciousness. It's an ocean of spiritual activities that are available if we take part in these things and emphasize the essence, which is to chant the holy names of the Lord and glorify the Lord in different ways. The books have been written by Srila Prabhupada. He made a great endeavor to give up his sleep in the evening time just to translate these Bhaktivedanta purports for us and present it as the means for understanding these great scriptures. So we should take advantage of Srila Prabhupada's, when we say, relentless effort to give us Krishna consciousness. He worked very hard at the old age of between 75 and 80 for many years, just translating. And he wanted us to read and study and hear about Krishna's pastimes. There's so many books available. And of course, the glories of the holy name are enunciated and found throughout the scriptures as the essence of the process. Even the Srimad Bhagavatam ends by glorifying the chanting of the holy name as the way to destroy all nations in this age, and the principle of ultimate glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Now, this is our process. Take advantage of it. Life is short, and human life is rare. Although we don't understand it, it is. When we compare ourselves in numbers to the other living entities, the humans are in the smallest number. The trees, the plants, the insects, the birds, the aquatics, the beasts, their number is greater than we are in terms of the varieties within these different categories. And so to get a human life is really rare. We may not understand it because we have it and we see everyone else around us as being human, and we take it for granted. But actually, according to scripture, it's very rare to get human form of life. And it's even rarer to come in contact with a pure devotee of the Lord. And it's even rarer to execute pure devotional service. And most rare, it is even rarer even to reach perfection in such. But it is possible. Lord Chaitanya has lowered the bar, made it easier and easier. He said, simply chant the holy names of the Lord, develop a taste for chanting, associate and serve Vaishnavas, and whenever it's possible, give this mercy to others, make them also fortunate. This is the 3-point program Lord Chaitanya emphasizes. Namruchi Vaishnav Seva Jivadoya. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written a song simply based on these 3 points as the essence of Lord Chaitanya's practice. And so we should take advantage of this rare opportunity and become fully Krishna conscious. It's available if we are sincere. Sincerity is the qualification for success. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Okay, I'll stop share now and request all the devotees if you can put your videos on, if you can, so that Maharaj can have all our darshan and we can have darshan of Maharaj. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for highlighting these points. I think there is a question already, Rishabh Prabhu.
Amrita Nam, come on, turn on your video. Why you're hiding? Srimati, Sri Devi. Who else is hiding there? We've got a few other people that are hiding too. Sri Devi, what are you doing? You're cooking or what? Anuradha, no, great. Srimati, come on. Susanna, you can do it. Dheeraj. Bhakta Connor, he likes to come on with his video. Who else do we have that they're hiding there? Balaji, we caught you, Balaji. Shakshi. Okay.
It's so nice to see everyone and take your darshan. Thank you.
It's nice, yeah. When we see the devotees, we realize we're with a whole bunch of wonderful personalities, not some names like iPhone and Samsung and okay. We got Rishabh is going to
Rishabh
start it off.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev and dear Vaishnavas. This is my humble obeisances so close to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. I'm really like to listen to these topics again and again. And you again emphasize that how avidya makes us, the avidya is the cause that feels this, that we feel this distaste for the holy name. So is that our knowledge and understanding? Is that our lack of knowledge, understanding of the significance of the holy name, which makes this avidya, this taste? Or is it a lack of faith or anything else, Maharaj, if you can specify, maybe?
What is the cause of avidya? That's your question.
What is exactly, how does this avidya manifest exactly when we are chanting that is causing this taste in the holy name?
Oh, the avidya how does vidya manifest during the chanting?
Yes, what is the exactly manifestation of it which makes us, struggle with our chanting?
When well, we have to deal with the mind in the sense that we have to direct that mind through the process of hearing the holy name as we chant the holy name. So if our attention is somewhere else, or we are just like, I won't mention any names, but I called somebody up this morning and I said, I'm sorry if I bothered you. What were you doing? He said, it's all right. I was just chanting. And then I told him, I said, what are you doing with your phone on while you're chanting japa? And then there was no reason, no good excuse. So yeah, if we're still half in the material world and half into the process of japa, Krishna's not going to reveal himself, nor are we going to get the benefit of the chanting. We have to become focused. That's why we call it japa meditation. It's a meditation. It's not simply making sounds and doing other things or allowing the mind to go everywhere and everywhere. Hear very carefully. I brought up that verse from Nectar of Instruction because it's very fundamental in helping us to get back to the proper mood of chanting. And that requires complete attention. There's no shortcut in this process. If you try to shortcut it, you become shortcut. So that ignorance manifests when we're not fully connected with the mood of chanting. We should develop that proper mood and connect with that. That's all. And it may not always be what's the word? We may not be able to taste the holy name immediately, but practice. Continue to practice. Srila Prabhupada has given us so many statements regarding the chanting of the holy name as the essence of our spiritual practice. So if we take it less than what the Charya has given us, then we will not be able to reap the benefit. The holy name is the process. Practice, that's all. Practice, practice, practice. You have to give yourself enough time simply to focus on chanting. You have to make a time in the day, specifically in the early morning hours, and just chant, nothing else. Don't try to fix the house while you're chanting. Don't try to, send text messages at the same time. Shut the phone off. There's so many other things we could do. Well, we could think, I don't have enough time to chant. But I have to drive to work and I have to drive for a long time. So let me chant my rounds when I'm driving. That is not japa either. Your attention is diverted to driving. You may be thinking you're hearing the holy name, but you're not actually. You're just skimming the surface of the sound vibration. There has to be some austerity, and the austerity means focus on chanting 100%, nothing else. And create, those of you who live at home with families, you have one room in your house, you can call it your temple room, or that room where you can sit and you can focus on the deities or on the pictures. There's no other thing to do in that room. Don't make plans for later. Simply chant, that's all. And if you practice this continuously day after day, you'll see an awakening of consciousness that is very, very pleasing. Your mind will become strong and fixed in Krishna.
Does it help, Rishit Prabhu?
Thank you, Maharaj. Because I also do find when I have like a strong reasons and I have a good knowledge of the significance of the holy name, it's really easy to chant. But when I forget the significance of it, then it's like, mind is trying to convince me that there is something other things important. So I also see this avidya as like forgetting the importance and the significance of the holy name and reminding ourselves constantly of it.
Yeah, devotees are writing books just to help us. There's one little book here, you can see it. It's called, where is it? Here, Japa Affirmations.
Affirmations, yes.
It's a nice little book. 20 affirmations on japa. I like the third one. Number 3 is really nice. I think it's number 3 or number 4. It says, I get to chant, I want to chant, and I love to chant. So you put that mindset in the beginning. Wow, it's a privilege to chant, and I really want to do it. And not only do I want to do it, I really like doing it. So develop that mindset, which helps to bring about that mindset. And there's many, I happily and enthusiastically welcome the holy names every japa session. These are also positive statements. I easily chant my prescribed number of rounds with focus and attention. All these things are positive. Number 3, what was number 3 here? I'm just reading a few when I chant, I chant. That means I don't do anything else. When I chant, I chant. I'll read another one. I treat the Maha Mantra as Radha and Krishna fully present in sound. There's another. Hare is Radharani, Krishna is there. So they are appearing in sound vibration. They're non-different. I welcome them into my heart, into my mind when I chant. And then there's many other affirmations. Nice little book. You can probably get it. Mahatma is the person who put the book together. And he's also written another book, The Ways You Shouldn't Chant. It's called Ajapa. And it shows our tendency to add things to the japa session which take away the quality of our japa. Okay, so focus on that. Make that an endeavor, make that a project. I'm going to improve the quality of my rounds, and I'll work on it. Kartik is coming up in about 3 weeks. We can also say now during the Kartik session, It's a time for increase in spiritual activities, and the benefit that we receive during Kartik is doubled everywhere in the world, and it becomes unlimitedly beneficial if you go to Vrindavan and serve in Vrindavan during Kartik. So it's a great time to now I'm going to really develop my chanting during Kartik. I'm going to put all my effort, attention, time, resources in chanting. And you'll see, you don't have to wait for a whole lifetime. If you're serious, it can come very quickly. And once you get that taste, and then all the philosophy makes sense then. The philosophy doesn't make sense when you don't have the taste, or it's just theoretical. But when you have the taste and you understand, oh yes, now I know what I'm hearing. So we're all getting some taste, but we want to increase that taste, because when the taste becomes mature, it turns into love of God.
Thank you, Maharaj, for extensive.
Yeah, exactly. It's so nice we needed that. Sridevi Mataji, do you want to go?
Thank you. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. All glories to you, Guru Maharaj. I wanted to share that since the past few days, when all of us are gathering and chanting japa, both morning and evening, it is really making a lot of difference personally to me. I really love to chant with devotees. I've been missing that a lot. And to me, just seeing the other devotees, absorbed in chanting and contributing their valuable association is helping me a lot. See, Dheeraj Prabhu, early morning, he's ready. He calls me up. Come on, open the call, open the call. That kind of enthusiasm, that kind of eagerness, it's a big boost. It's a big boost. So I just wanted to say such a big thank you to you and to the devotees, because you're always telling us, do everything you can to improve your japa, to improve your chanting. For me, association of devotees is just invaluable. It's making a quantum leap for me personally in my chanting. Thank you.
Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur responds to a question. He poses the question and then he answers it. He says, people ask, where can I place my attention in the process of bhakti where I can make quick advancement or make tangible advancement? And he comes right back by saying, by attentively chanting the holy name. That's all. He answers the question.
Thank you so much, Sridevi Mataji, for sharing that. I find the same thing when we are chanting in association of devotees, it helps. But Guru Maharaj, still, the kirtan is much more attentive than chanting. It's still chanting, we struggle. Kirtan, it's really, you can experience that bliss.
Yeah, but the process is given by Lord Chaitanya. We have to chant on beats also. And actually, when you develop your chanting on the beats, you'll actually relish that just as much or more than kirtan.
Yeah,
It's just you and Krishna. So nice.
That's a good point, Guru Maharaj. I'll always keep on thinking that. It's my time with Krishna. Okay, Guru Maharaj, there's a question in the chat by Scarlett Mataji. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to your holiness. Today is Ekadashi here in Sweden, and I'm trying to have fasting, but unfortunately, this time I have so much pain on my surgery scar. Is it okay if I take only painkiller and only drink water?
Yeah, well, yeah. When it comes to taking care of your health, yeah, and then that becomes a priority. Mhm. Yeah, do that.
Okay. Okay, Scarlett Mataji. Got it? Okay. Rishabhanu Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. You have a question.
Don't forget the other half, Kirtida Sundari.
Kirtida Sundari Mataji. Yes. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Thank you for reminding me that she is next to me. Today is auspicious Ekadashi, a wonderful class, and as a learner, wonderful tips that you gave for relishing chanting. This is something I desire. Many times it's a question of doing the rounds, but I have to dig deeper to try and get the sweetness, and I assure you I will put efforts.
Thank you. Mhm.
Tomorrow also, for first time, we'll be sharing Vyas Puja ceremony that is being organized by many devotees and God family members here. So again, we are very fortunate that you gave us the shelter, and we will be celebrating that. And also we look forward to meet you at the retreat in Eco Village.
Jai. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, the yoga process, Guru Maharaj, the yoga process mentioned earlier, obviously is very difficult. And at the time of death, the physical ability may not allow, but chanting gives us the option. So I value this option, and the question that I get in my mind is if one's health and the state of mind can be very difficult or such that the name of chanting may not come to mind then, maybe at the time. How do I kind of be conscious or cultivate it that at the stage when I'm leaving the body, that the name of Krishna is on my mind?
So we practice now for that time when you leave. And that helps build your consciousness for when the time of death comes, then you're prepared. If you don't practice now, you can't just automatically adopt that mood. So life is a practice. Ultimately, life is a practice for death. We're practicing how to die so we can free ourselves from the cycle of birth and death. And so this is called the final exam. And the final exam is the testing of what we've done during our whole life. So practice now, and you'll be prepared when the time comes.
Thank you. Yes, I have to work for the final exam.
We all
Thank you
have to
very much.
work for the final exam, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj, there's a question on the chat by Abhishek Dubey Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble request. My question is that, as you said, we should become serious in devotional service. We also try to become serious, but sometimes we become lazy and don't want to do service, or doing chanting means we feel lack on our practice. So what should we do in that situation?
That means you still have material attachments, that's all. Your material attachments cause you to act in that way. Overcoming material attachments is the process of overcoming all of the difficulties that we endeavor to become Krishna conscious. Laziness is just due to our attachment to the material world. We're spiritually lazy, but we're materially enthusiastic. So practice Krishna consciousness more and more, develop in the mood of chanting, associating, and then whether you feel like it or not, just do it. You may not feel like going to school, but your mother wants you to go to school because she wants you to have a good future, a good situation. So we're preparing. And preparing means there's two things. One is called nivritti, and the other one's called pravitti. Pravitti means immediate satisfaction. Nivritti means long-term benefit. Our process is nivritti, long-term benefit, not nivritti, not pravitti, which means immediate satisfaction. So we have to give up those things which will inhibit or block our practice of spiritual life by applying the intelligence given to us by the spiritual master. Spiritual master says chant. He says go to the temple, see the deity, associate with devotees, and take part in the program. If you don't do it, how will you get the benefit? You can't wait till a feeling comes. I feel lazy, therefore I shouldn't do it. Why do we recognize that feeling of lazy as being important? We should realize it's just something, it's a botheration. It's not part of me. How we feel doesn't matter. What is right, that matters. The child doesn't feel like going to school, he feels like playing, but the mother knows the best thing for the child is to get his education. So he has to give up his playing and then go to school. Don't go by feeling. If you go by feeling, you'll never make any progress in devotional service. Yeah. You have to know what is right and carry it out. That's all. Feelings come and go, so they're not really important. What is right is important, not how we feel.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Next is Hridyana Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. I was just wondering, like you were mentioning about the yogic practices, right, to reach the destination of the yogi's interest. So, does the yogi perform such yoga to reach even Goloka Vrindavan? Because in the past, if from the very limited knowledge that I have, we don't see Shukadeva Goswami or anybody practicing that to go back home, back to Godhead. So I was just wondering if that was practiced in Dwapara Yuga as well.
There are bhakti yogis who do the yoga process. That's the Ashtanga process, and that was prominent in Satya Yuga, not even in the previous Yuga. So people were qualified in Satya Yuga. People lived up to 100,000 years, and the atmosphere was pure. And therefore, for them, I mean, Valmiki Muni, the author of the Ramayana, he lived in Satya Yuga, and he lived for 60,000 years. So we don't have that duration of life, nor do we have these spiritual qualities, nor is the atmosphere conducive in Kali Yuga. So none of our acharyas practiced it. They practiced the processes given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also, as explained by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, devotional service to him.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mataji, for my question. Next is Sudevi Mataji. Please ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Guru Maharaj, I have noticed that when I used to go to Ujjain, Mayapur, or Vrindavan, then I it's very easy to wake up early in the morning. And you told that if I can't wake up early in the morning, then I can't have spiritual progress. But when I come back to my home, it seems too much tough for me to waking up early. How can I overcome it?
Go to bed early. That's all. It'll take a little time for your body to adjust. But if you practice going to bed earlier, then you can practice getting up earlier. After some time, it'll become natural. But if you go to bed late or you go to bed at the same time, and the atmosphere outside of the Dham is not the same, so you have to make a greater effort to do these things. Have your mother, she's right there, she's smiling, she can wake you up.
Yes.
Say, Ma, wake me up. Don't let me sleep.
Yes.
And you just get up, that's all. Don't listen to your mind, don't listen to your alarm clock, just get up. Once you get up, start moving around, your tiredness falls off, and you can start doing things. The
I
only
think your
one,
mom is very kind, Mataji. If it was me, I would have said, wake up, wake up, wake up. As soon as I'm up, I wake everyone up.
Sukava, she's expert. She's got 2 children that she wakes up. But now they're grown up and they wake up by themselves and they wake her up.
That is true, Maharaj.
So yeah, do whatever you can to get up early. That's all. If there's a will, there's a way. That's all. When you want something, you have to put your attention to act in such a way as to achieve it. If you just think it's going to happen, it won't happen. You have to work at it.
Okay, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay, Sridevi Mataji. Next is your mom, Gaurangi Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Dandavad Pranam.
Not
We
at all.
know that এক কৃষ্ণ নামে যত পাপ করে কোনো পাপীর সাধ্য নাই তত পাপ করে। So if I chanted one pure holy name, then I would be free from all sins. That proves I never chanted one pure holy name.
Not necessarily. The thing is, we can chant one pure holy name and be free from all sins, but then what do you do the next minute? You go back to sinning, that's all. And you pile it on again. So once you're free, stay free. Don't go back to the same old things that you do to bring them like that. That's the thing, yeah, it's there. Devotees get free, but then they go back and do their own bad habits again, and then all of the things come back again.
So Guru Maharaj, how can I realize that my chanting is pure or not?
How can you realize when you have a disease, how can you realize you're getting well, your health is coming back? So the symptoms of spiritual health return. You become peaceful, free from anxiety, undisturbed by happiness and distress, not interested in fulfilling material desires, eager to associate with and serve devotees. The symptoms are coming back.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Dandavat pranam.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for lovely questions. Srimati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, my humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, so we always hear a lot of high standards and high principles of Krishna consciousness in classes. And most of the time, I'm not able to follow. So at that time, this guilt is sitting in my heart. And also, I'm trying to balance my situations around me so that I can focus more on chanting and more or increase my spiritual activities, which I'm trying to do. But that guilt in my heart is giving me pressure sometimes, and also discouragement sometimes, or laziness sometimes. So yeah, how to deal this situation, Guru Maharaj?
Well, you said you try to adjust the situation around you so you can get over that. That's one part of it. But associating with people who are fixed in Krishna consciousness and advanced, that is the recommended method. You become there's an old saying, tell me who you associate with and I'll tell you who you are. We have to take quality association from devotees. The purpose of the temple is to give that association. And we also have many other opportunities to create association outside of the temple. So yeah, when we associate with devotees and practice the process, we start developing those qualities. It becomes easier and more natural. But then you have to see, are you stuck in a lifestyle that can't move? You're habituated to following the same thing day after day, and you feel stuck. Yeah, devotees get stuck sometimes. So one way to get unstuck is just to go on pilgrimage. So we have our GEV
Retreat coming up.
program coming up at the beginning of December. That'll get you unstuck. But then, and you'll be unstuck for a while, even when you go back. And you'll feel better, but then if you fall back in the same routine again, you get stuck again. So
Yes.
going on pilgrimage is recommended.
Mhm.
It's part of Krishna consciousness. It's not just something obstacle. It's one of the 9 angas of bhakti. It's called serving the lotus feet. It was perfected by Lakshmi Devi. Serving the lotus feet means going to the holy places, associating with devotees, going to the temples, celebrating the important days in the spiritual calendar, such as Janmashtami, Radhastami, Gaur Purnima, and Ram Navami. These will help.
Yes, Maharaj.
Adjust your lifestyle a little bit if you can. You have 2 nice children. They have, just give them more responsibilities and tell them, mommy's not cooking today. You got to cook for yourself. They can cook. I was out working at 11 years old so I could make money just to get something. My parents were not going to give me any money. I started working when I was 11, doing little chores, having a paper route, doing something to earn money because my parents didn't have the money. Even if they wanted to give it to me, they could hardly make ends meet. So I had to do it, I had to do it myself. Kids today are spoiled. They're all spoiled.
Very, very spoiled, Guru.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah. Thank you so much for these tips. Yeah.
I gave you a long list you can choose from.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
This is
you.
only your problem. It's all, we all suffer the same thing.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you
because
for
I
asking
heard
that
in one
question.
I heard in one lecture that Prabhuji was telling that because of this guilt and everything, devotees are miserable all the time and they get into depression. So I was like thinking like I should not go into that stage, but so the principles are there and I'm not following much, but I'm trying to go there. But this gap in between is making me feel guilty. So yeah.
Just keep going.
Yes, Guru.
It says success comes by those who persevere. If we give up because of our failure or because of obstacles, then we're defeated. Krishna's there, Krishna's mercy is there, Guru's mercy is there. The association of devotees are there. These are all support systems to get us over these difficulties.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. It's all your mercy, whatever little I'm doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've got a different question than Srimati Mataji. I feel guilty because I'm laughing and smiling and being happy all the time. I feel, am I enjoying this material world too much or what?
If you're happy, you're Krishna conscious. If you're not happy, you're in Maya. It's that clear. This is, Prabhupada said it. He says the process of Krishna consciousness creates happiness. Even by performing, even at the beginning, there is some happiness. If you're not feeling happy, then you have to see, maybe I'm not doing it right. So don't feel guilty about being happy.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes devotees used to think that I have to be miserable. That makes me a devotee.
I'm thinking that.
I mean, devotees
When I
used to
see
think,
everybody miserable, I feel, am I doing something wrong?
no, your name indicates your nature.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. I think Vinayak Prabhuji has got questions.
Then we have to be around Sukhava Mataji all the time then.
Come.
Yeah, she even makes me happy. As long as I don't take her too seriously. Up to a certain point. You see, you can see, if you go to her family, her son is really Krishna conscious. Her daughter is just, the sweetest lady you could possibly meet. Her husband he's wondering what's happening and he's trying to catch up. So it's all because of her.
It's all because your mercy, Guru Maharaj. I'm not doing nothing. I'm laughing because of your mercy as well.
Oh, we named your deity. We named her deities just a couple of weeks ago.
Beautiful, so beautiful, amazing.
I was inspired to give a name that I had never even heard of before. But somehow or other, I was meditating on the deities and I was praying to them to give me a name. And it just hit me. I just thought, oh, okay, sounds good.
Whoever hears it, they love it. They say, oh, wow, such a beautiful name.
Dule Dule Gora Chand.
They're smiling at the moment, Guru Maharaj. They're listening to
Dule
it.
Dule Gora Chand Nityananda Ram.
Dule.
Dule means swaying. So when the Lord dances, his clothes sway in the breeze. Dule Gora Chand. What is
Dule Gaurajan, Hari Guna Gai. Dule Gaurajan, Hari Guna Gai.
that's it. Hari Gunu Gai. Dule Goda Chand Hari Gunu Gai.
Asiya Vrindavane, Nache Gaudarai. Dule Gaurajan, Hari Guna Gai. Ecstatic names, Guru Maharaj, you have given the deities. You put me into ecstasy right away.
Beautiful bhajan. Devotees should learn that bhajan. It's so sweet.
We play that every day now without fail. Deepak loves it.
Yeah, well, when certain devotees who are adept at singing go for that particular one, it becomes wonderful. Okay,
Vinayak Prabhuji, please ask.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance and to your deepest Guru. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Lord. And Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Maharaj, we are practicing Krishna consciously, but we are not confirmed that when we are dead, our death comes, then what will be our consciousness, what will be our mood at the time of death, because we are uncertain when actually death comes. I am confusing whether on my death is God is remembering me or not. I was confusing because I am in deep in Maya. So we are practicing Krishna consciousness, but we are not yogi. So what will be our last death sense, Guru Maharaj?
Well, the beautiful prayers we can offer. These prayers are prayers of submission, prayers of reaching out to the mercy of the Lord. Prayers by Queen Kunti, prayers by Prahlad Maharaj. These prayers are mentioned. Prayers by the Pachetas, prayers by Lord Shiva, prayers by Prithu Maharaj. The Bhagavatam's full of prayers. Prayers by the Acharyas. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, practically all of his bhajans are prayers, actually. So they're meant not just to be sung, they're meant to be also repeated as offerings to the Lord, these prayers. Prayer is one of the 9 processes bhakti. It's called Vandanam, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smarnam, Vandanam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. 9 processes. We can adopt all 9 or we can adopt 1 or 2 of them, but everything centers around prayer. The holy name is a prayer itself. When we're chanting, we're asking the Lord for service. That's a prayer. When we're chanting, we're asking the Lord to pick us up from this material world. Ayinanda tunuja kinkaram patitamam vishyame bhavam buddho kripaya tavapada pankaja stita samdaya. That is a beautiful prayer of submission. And that prayer is recommended during the time of japa. We can pray either before or during the time. We can also offer prayers. If we don't want to offer prayers, we think, well, by our own endeavor, we can do everything. And that's Maya. We can't. We need mercy. Prayer is a way to access mercy. Prayer is the way to show our dependence on the Lord. Prayers is a way to express our love for Krishna. Prayers are a big part of devotional practice. Just pray.
Thank you. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
You'll be successful.
Mhm.
Thank you, Guru.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we can stop here. I think we're running to be.
We have gone a lot ahead of the time, Guru Maharaj, 20 minutes more.
Yeah,
Shall
so we
we
can
do
stop
some
and
rounds?
yeah. So we can chant. I'll chant for about a half hour and then I'll drop off because I have some other programs. But you can continue even after I leave, if you like. Shri Shri Radha Shamsundar Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hari 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 Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hari Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hari Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hari Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hari Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hari 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 Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hari 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Hari Hari Rama, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Yes, God. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. This would happen. I did. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Sri Devi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. I've got Sangha to go to. I've made you co-host. Would you please mind taking over?
Not at all. My humble obeisances to you too. All glories to Prabhupada. All glories to our Gurudev. I
All
have to
good.
give a class in a little bit, but I guess by that time most devotees will be, winding up. So it will be okay.
Okay, perfect.
I have a Zoom meeting after some time. I'm going to speak after some time. But half an hour, I think, should be okay, right?
Yeah, I think so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sukha Mataji, thank you so much for the lovely, very good class and very good
Oh,
bhajan.
me is Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj
Thank
ki
you.
jai. Srila
Guru
Prabhupada
Maharaj
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, everybody. Hare
It's all your devotees makes this class wonderful, See, as Guru Maharaj says, without you, there is nothing. Thank you so much for joining. Please
Hare
keep joining.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.